Hey, welcome to the Mindy Paul Show. I hope you've been enjoying my podcast. And not only enjoying them, I hope you've been implementing some of the strategies that I've been giving you. So again, listen, I could give you a podcast, right? Don't see podcasts as just entertainment or edutainment or something, whatever it's called, right? So think about these podcasts as something that you can implement, because I don't like to listen to podcasts unless I'm actually going to implement something for them. Otherwise, it's just a waste of time, right? There is so much noise out there on the internet that we're constantly getting bombarded with. We're sitting on Instagram and watching little like snippets and reels or whatever they're called. Don't even know what they're called. I'll probably be on a reel now saying I don't even know what a reel is, right? So think about that, right? So I want you to start to implement some of the things. So today I want to talk about something really special. It's like money beliefs that business owners should let go of, right? Now we have a load of money beliefs. Now you might say, well, I don't have a money belief. It could be a positive belief, right? Not all beliefs are bad. When we talk about money beliefs or when we talk about belief systems, automatically people get onto negative beliefs and all that kind of stuff. But we're talking about beliefs that you as a business owner should let go of. Now, I remember when I first started in the coaching industry, I was being trained in a 2-call close. What's that mean? That means you get a prospect on the call. I used to run seminars back in the day, live seminars, used to pack out the rooms. And we'd get an inquiry and somebody'd fill out a little form, say they're interested in working with me. And what we were taught, not just from different organizations, I was taught that, you can't close a high ticket sale in one close. You got to have two calls, right? So first call, you get to know about them, give them some fucking homework. You spend half an hour first of all getting to know them, building rapport, right? Then you give them some homework. Then they come back to you with the homework. Then you set the second call. I'm like, fucking, this is a lot of fucking bollocks. This is hard work. I don't want to do that. I'm like, what's wrong with a 1-call close? So I didn't implement. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get them on the call. If I can help them and they know I can help them and we're going to be a good fit, I'm going to make the offer. And I was told not to do that. It's a wrong move to do. I'm like, come on. So I didn't have beliefs around sales, negative beliefs that you need to have a 2-call close. So I was closing calls like that, one after the other. Because I didn't buy into someone else's belief. I didn't allow someone's belief to impact me. So I want you to think about some of the beliefs that you have about money. You're selling a service, a product. A lot of business owners I see that they are so afraid to call a prospect who's said no, they're not ready to buy right now. Most people do that, right? It's I don't know what it is with people. They'll have a conversation with somebody, the person will ghost them, they've ghosted them, you start ghosting them, you start ghosting the person that's ghosted you, right? Does that make sense? So you've been ghosted, now you're starting to ghost the person that's ghosted you because you haven't picked up that call and say, hey, listen, Dan, we spoke last week and you're really excited about, getting some breast implants for your missus or whatever. Now what's going on? I've not heard nothing back from you. You said you really wanted to change things and she would be really happy and you're both really happy and that would spark your marriage. But what happened is Dan ghosted. He went missing and you didn't go looking for Dan. Dan might have lost your number and thinking, shit, where's the number? I need that number. And you've assumed that this person wasn't interested and you just let go of them. What if most of the people this is kind of crazy, right? Most of the people that you've dealt with in the past, imagine they all lost their phones and they really wanted to buy what you had. And they were begging, praying, wishing, I hope that person rings me. I can't remember what the person's name was. And you don't ring them. So I guarantee you right now, out of let's say 20 people that didn't buy from you, I bet if you went back to them, right, within a week or 2 weeks, a month, a year, they probably would have brought. Because you persisted. Persistence is a quality that highly successful people have. They won't take no for an answer. Sometimes a person's not a good fit. But maybe that belief, I don't want to feel like I'm begging or I'm chasing or I'm desperate for money. A lot of people say this to me, Mindy, I feel like I'm begging for the sale. I feel like I'm desperate. I don't want to come across desperate. You're not coming across desperate. You're doing your fucking job. That's a part of growing a business, is a part of sales, right? So that's a belief that you should let go of. That I don't want to come across as desperate. I don't want to come across as needy. I want to come across as pushy. Being pushy, right? I ask people this question a lot. What belief do you have around salespeople? Oh, I think they're sleazy people. I think they're only after it for themselves. They're trying to make a quick buck. They don't care about me. They're just trying to make some money. Again, so if you're a business owner and you have these beliefs that salespeople are sleazy, You know, when someone knocks on your door, don't answer the door, hide behind the sofa. Or somebody rings you, oh, it's a sales call, fucking hide. Guess what? People do that to you because you're a reflection. Your client's a reflection of who you are. So if you're constantly doing that yourself, that's going to mirror back to you. You're going to attract these people that have poor money beliefs. So don't ever pass your beliefs onto somebody else, right? Really important that you get this. So I want you to start thinking about, like, what beliefs do I have that I should drop? You know, people don't always buy the first time around. People don't buy high ticket items on one call. They need to get to know you. You need to nurture them for like 6,000 years before they're going to buy. I don't believe that. So I have a stranger reach out, that someone I don't know, they've just come across me like 2 days ago, and they'll go buy my coaching, invest in their coaching with me. Because I don't have that belief that it takes a long time to make money. Because even that, it takes a long time to accumulate money. That's a really poor belief that you need to let go of. How many other money beliefs do you have? Look at your income, right? Your income that you're earning every single month is based upon a belief that you have about you. And you'll see that your income doesn't just like go up and down erratically. Your income is more or less consistent. Okay, your income is more or less consistent. Go back the last 12 months and look at every single month. And I guarantee you one thing, that there will only be a few $100 or $1,000 or $2 different. You won't see that, oh, 1 month you're making $2,000. Next month you're making 70,000. Month 3 you're making 2,000. Then it goes to 120,000. It won't happen. Look at your bank balance. Look at, like, there's 2 things that I always say your bank balance does. It never goes below a certain point, and it never goes above a certain point. Why is that? Have you ever wondered that? Maybe you've not even noticed that before. But that's because your beliefs are controlling that. So I formed a belief. I remember when I had no money, I was making about $2,500 a month. And I started to play with a new belief. I started to install a new belief that huge sums of money flow to me daily. And at the time, I'm like, fucking hell, if $500 landed in my account, I've got an erection. I was so happy. I was so excited, right? $1,000. Wow, fuck, $1,000. That never happened, right? Not the erection part, the money part, right? So I'm like looking at like building this belief, right? That huge sums of money flow to me daily. I'm like, even before it happened, I started to believe it. I started to tell myself this over and over again. I started to affirm it subconsciously. I started to feel it. And whenever I'd see a small amount of money jump into my account, I might have like $70 somebody pays in. I'm seeing 7,000. I'm in my imagination, I'm adding some zeros on that. I'm like, fuck, $7,000. Even at 70 quid. If I had like $100, I'm like, 10 grand, yes. And I started to play mental games with myself. And then my subconscious mind started to adapt. It started to like realize this excitement that I'm winning. I kept on telling myself this over and over again. And I started to walk around like huge sums of money were flowing into my bank account. And I remember going back when I hit my first 100k month. No, in fact, I hit my first 26k month. I remember that. And I remember I was walking to the bank and I'm like, fucking hell. Huge. I looked at my banking app. There's sums of money like $5,000 that day, $6,000 that day, $4,000 that day. I swear I wrote this down once. I swear I affirmed this. I swear I used to imagine this all the time. That huge. And what happened? Huge sums of money started to flow to me daily. Ever since. Why? Because I built that belief. So I dropped the belief that I only have X amount in my bank. And this goes for sales. You know, your sales that you're making every month are based upon your beliefs that you have about yourself. Okay, beliefs around money. So write down maybe 5, not even 5, write down 2 beliefs that you have about money, right, that you would like to shift. Write them down. Get a pen and paper and write down 2 things. Maybe it's a lack of money, that your money never goes above a certain amount. Then start to challenge that belief. Ask yourself, where did that belief come from? When did I decide that I was going to only earn this much every single month? When did I decide? The thing is that you're believing in something that you don't even know when you start to believe it. But you're holding on to that, and all you do is internalize that same belief over and over again. And that's your most dominant belief, and that's what's going to shape up in your material world, in your physical world. Everything is based upon our beliefs. The income that you're not earning that because that's what you want to earn. You're earning that because that's all you know how to fucking earn. Crazy, right? So listen, I'm going to wrap up this podcast. I hope you found some value in there, but do this exercise. Think of 2 money beliefs that you want to eliminate and write them down on a piece of paper. Don't you say, yeah, I'll do it later on. Put it in your notes on your phone. Do something. All right? And then ask yourself a question. Where do these actually come from? When you identify that you don't even know where they come from and they're not even true, you'll start to see that some of these beliefs will start to fall apart. They'll fall away. All right? Until the next time, I'll see you soon.